Good evening, my sensational things. Happy Friday. Welcome back, or welcome to my cavern of secrets. I'm Kasara, the vampire host of this channel, for those of you who are not aware of me, or who know me. I hope you all are well and had a good week thus far. To the new subscribers, welcome to the Fangdom. It's an amazing group. Thank you so much for the support as well. It does mean a lot to me. I'm happy to report that some new horror films are available to stream for us introverts, and some great new TV shows as well. I will be reviewing the Boogeyman tonight, the 2023 version, not the 2005 film. There won't be any spoilers, but if I do go into any details that may give something away, I will be sure to let you know ahead of time, so don't worry. Fair warning, I won't be discussing the 2005 Boogeyman film because I don't really remember it. I know I usually discuss, like, the past versus the modern take of a film, but since I don't really remember that one, we're just gonna ignore it. The only thing I do remember from the 2005 film is the terrible CGI monster. That's about it. The 2023 Boogeyman film is about a newly widowed father who is a therapist with his two daughters. After a strange incident with a walk-in, his youngest daughter begins seeing a dark being at night. Things start to escalate like a typical horror movie. From there, the teenager actually starts to see things as well. I found the story revolving childhood fears and the infamous Boogeyman perfect. Sometimes going back to the roots of primal horror is best because, let's face it, horror is kind of getting stale. I haven't really seen anything new or different. I mean, Skinnamarink was kind of new and different, but it was boring as hell for a lot of people, including myself. It wasn't enough, I guess you could say. There wasn't enough there for me to get creeped out. It was too boring. And I don't mind a slow burn, but there wasn't a lot going on. Not enough. So we've had some movies that have come out, but very few that have kind of been different. For the most part, we've had a lot of possession films. The Nun, The Nun 2, I should say. The Exorcist. I'm not entirely sure what else, but The Pope's Exorcist or Exorcism or whatever the hell it's called. And a few others. We've been sticking to possession for some messed up reason right now, and I'm so sick of it and bored of it. I really want something new. So it was nice to get something different with the Boogeyman. However, it could have been done differently, of course. I didn't find it as scary as it could have been. Granted, I'm kind of desensitized to horror since I've seen just about every horror film out there. So not much has that same effect as they first did, unfortunately. That's not to say this movie couldn't have gone there, or any horror movie for that matter. For instance, the Conjuring movie, actually, the first time I saw it, freaked me out. And I'm not into religious horror movies, to be honest. That movie freaked me out. So some horror movies that are modern have that effect, but I haven't seen one since then, I guess you could say, that has that effect. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of spoilers here, just to explain how the Boogeyman could have gone there for me. So bear with me for those of you who haven't seen this. I'll let you know in the description where to pick back up. I promise. I'm so sorry. But I don't want to ruin anything for you. I hate when that happens and people don't warn you ahead of time. It drives me crazy, so I'm being nice and giving you fair warning. So the entity in the movie mimicking the voices of trusted family members was a very nice, creepy, terrifying touch. I loved it. But it wasn't enough for me. I needed more of that and less of the creature, I think. Sometimes seeing the monster ruins the element of terror because our imaginations don't run wild anymore. We've seen it. We know what it looks like. So we don't have this, well, what is it? Is it a spirit? Is it a person? What could it be? You know, we don't have this, our minds running wild. We don't have it anymore. So what I was hoping when I first heard this thing and it trying to morph its voice to sounding perfect was a shapeshifter, to be honest. I thought it would have been a much better creature and would have been far more terrifying if this thing could mimic not only speech, but also the appearances of trusted family members or trusted friends or people. It's what I thought at first when Sawyer went to talk to Sadie while she was trying to communicate with her deceased mother after she had that experience in her room where the thing came out of her closet and went right underneath her bed and she freaked out. I didn't blame her one bit. Something just seemed off with her in the hallway, and even Sadie thought so. I know they did that on purpose to give us that build-up, but it still would have been a much better entity, in my opinion. And it would have been so much better in the therapy room or session when they had the light in the center and it kept flickering slowly. I thought the therapist was going to change and it was going to be the creature. It would have been so much better, and I just thought it would have been so much more scary. For those of you who have seen the Boogeyman 2023, what did you think? Did you feel it was terrifying as is, or could it have been so much better? Did it have so much more potential? Because I think it did. Would a shapeshifter or some other type of being been better? What are your thoughts? What did you think of the 2005 movie of the same name? How do the two compare? Because I've actually heard that the 2023 movie was a remake of the 2005 film. I don't know, that's just rumors, I'm hoping. Because I don't know if they're even remotely similar. Let me know. And do you think they'll make a second one? Because I'm honestly kind of hoping that they will. And maybe use a different family. And I'm hoping not an origin story because I'm so sick of origin stories. It seems like a cop-out to me. That's what everyone seems to do when they want to keep going with the franchise, but people are kind of getting sick of the franchise, so they go to the origin story. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around till the end. Halloween, I'll be sharing my short story for all of you on here, so click the bell icon just so you don't miss that. And in case you're wondering what my inspiration is for the Halloween short story, it's Trick or Treat. So if you have seen Trick or Treat, you should know what and how they might be related or how it inspired my story. I also heard that Trick or Treat is getting a sequel, which I am so excited for. And I heard that Sam might be getting a adversary. Can't wait. Cannot wait. I want to know more. I'm anxious to know more. Friday, I'll be wrapping up horror reviews for the season since I don't tend to watch horror movies past October until January or February, although that might honestly change since there are so many horror movies right now. Well, new ones, anyways. So we may actually get through November before I actually run out. Because I have Cobwebs to watch. I also have to finish The Fall of the House of Usher. I've started the first episode. I've not finished it, so no spoilers. I'm a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan, so please no spoilers. And I just started watching the new season of American Horror Stories. So far, so good. I most likely am skipping American Horror Story, the new season, since I haven't finished Double Feature, and I'm not going to. And I didn't watch NYC. That's the only reason I'm thinking of skipping the new season. It has nothing to do with the Kardashians. I really just don't care. To me, American Horror Story died after Freak Show. It hasn't been really that good since. I mean, Hotel was okay. It wasn't the best, in my opinion, but it wasn't the worst either. It could have been a lot better, I think. I was happy to see a lot of my favorite characters back. Like, I loved Queenie. I was just hoping for so much more with Hotel. So I haven't really been a fan of the show since. It's been going downhill for me. I've also wanted to see Talk to Me. So there's quite a few horror movies and shows out that I want to see. So quite a few to keep me busy, to give you lots of opinions and reviews until December. And there are, of course, rare occurrences, as some of you have noticed, where I do give reviews during December of horror movies, like I did last year, of a holiday-themed horror movie. So who knows, you still might get some here and there. And that doesn't mean there won't be content if I don't do horror movie reviews. There will be, of course, videos. I'll probably be sharing some weird historical or true crime stuff for all of your enjoyment. Especially since I have been doing a lot of research for my vampire novels. So I've come across some pretty interesting stuff, especially on seers, because I do have a seer in my vampire novel. So I've had to do a lot of research on them, and I've found some pretty interesting stuff. Things I did not know, to be honest. I did not know that a lot of them were men and not women. I always thought they were women, but things you learn. And I also learned that they spread from Greece to all kinds of places, which I did not know either. Did not know that. So you're probably getting a lot of weird stuff. I also don't know how much I'm going to be on either, because I am also going to be starting a business. Just a little update. I'm actually in the process of starting a business selling my paint pouring art, which I've shared a little bit on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, and Instagram. I also will be sharing my digital art on there as well. You'll be able to download that at a cost, which I've shared as well on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also planning on selling AI art because I've been using my art mixed with AI, and I've come up with some pretty cool stuff. So I've been having a lot of fun with art, and I just want to share my creations, and if I make a profit, great. Why not try and see what happens? I will be trying, though, as hard as I can to keep making videos because I do love talking to all of you. As far as gaming, I'm thinking of going retro and playing some classics. So if you have a wow. If you have a favorite JRPG, let me know and I'll give it a try. Probably gonna go with Final Fantasy games right now, just because a few people have actually been recommending 6 and 8 as of right now. Since I've played 7, I just haven't completed it, along with 10. I have also played 13. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like how they did the summons. I really like exploration too, and they kind of got rid of that. They made it very linear, and I hate that. 7, I liked how I got to explore and try to find the summons and other things. It was a lot of fun. So I haven't really liked the new Final Fantasy games. They've kind of been boring for me. I am a new fan of Dragon Quest, thanks to Dragon Quest 11, which I adore. I've almost beat the game, unfortunately, and I don't know if there's a new one coming out. If you do know, let me know, because I am anxious to play the next one, and I will beat the game when I find out that there's a new one coming out. Kind of like Kirby. I don't like beating games if I don't know there's a new one coming out, because then I can't play another one for a long time. And I'm a huge Kirby fan, for those of you who don't know. And I found out that Nintendo is very, they don't like people playing their games, and I did not know that. So I won't be playing Kirby for all of you, unfortunately. Or any of the other Nintendo games. So I have to be very careful, which I did not know. I kind of want to play the older Dragon Quest games to see how the franchise started. Wow, we cannot talk tonight. It's been a long day, as you can tell. All movie and game suggestions are welcome. I do play other. Oh my gosh, I do watch other movies. There we go. I do watch other movies than just horror movies. I like action movies, dramas. Some of my favorite dramas I actually don't talk about because I don't know how people would react to knowing what I actually like for movies. That's why I only talk about horror movies. And a lot of my fan base is horror, like, people, Most of you like horror movies, so, I stick to what you like. So if you have horror movies or other movies that you like and you want me to review them, let me know. Same thing with video games. I do like first-person shooters. I have played Halo. Halo is one of the most difficult games I have ever played. I will not lie to you. I'm not a huge fan of Dark Souls. I hate those games. I do not like a game where if I have to sit there and play or try to beat a boss for 6 hours, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not playing a game like it's a job, okay? I play games for fun. Not a job. I know some of you want me to do paint pour videos. I don't have a studio right now. Not an actual studio. I have like a tiny little space. So I don't have a good place to actually do videos to show you what I do. I will be moving at some point. I just don't know when. And I actually will have a studio when I move, so I'll be able to show you what I do. And I'm honestly still a beginner. I'm nowhere near what you see on YouTube for paint pourers. And honestly, some of the paint pours I have seen are incredible, to say the least, and have given me some amazing ideas and tips and techniques to try or not improve upon, but add my own spin to, which is what it's all about. So there's a lot coming and a lot I'm doing. And no, I'm not giving up my writing. I will still be publishing books. I'm just gonna be a very, very busy woman. That's all it is. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and take care until next time. Bye, everyone.